whole life, I have always been attracted to jewelry and stones. When I was a young girl, I began making necklaces and earrings out of beads. Soon after, I started my first real business, making and selling barrettes. It was pretty successful for a 12-year-old. At college, I branched out and experimented in various mediums: painting, printmaking, sculpture, and eventually, I settled on graphic design.
I went to college originally to be a painter, and once I got to college, everything kind of changed.
Graphic design trained my eye for composition. It gave me the opportunity to create my own business identity, my logo, my packaging, website, and all aspects essential to a business today. Early during my college years, I took an intensive class in metalsmithing, which taught beginning skills of a few different techniques: soldering, granulation, chain making, to name a few. 12-hour days in the studio for a week straight, and I could barely tear myself away to go home. I was hooked.
I'd gone to gemology school and got my gemology degree from the GIA, and I had also started working for another designer.
My first obsession was cuff bracelets. Having large hands and thin wrists, bangle bracelets never worked for me, hence experimenting with cuffs. They would go on my arm, have a snug fit, and not fall off. From there, I worked with ways to make each cuff different, using various textures, colors, stones. I loved being able to adorn and embellish metal. When I took classes, stone dealers would often drop in to sell, and this opened my eyes to the wide variety in shapes and colors of stone, both those I recognized, as well as a plethora of stones I'd never heard about. I was inspired. Metals have always intrigued me. I love their malleability, its various colors, as well as the shapes and objects you can endlessly create. And I love the process of turning an idea into a reality. It is the pursuit to shape perfection from the rough. Along with my love of metals and stones is my commitment to the creative process. It is the process of taking raw metals, elements that might not be attractive on their own, and forging an object with intense beauty, flow, and design. It is the pursuit to shape perfection from the rough. I am constantly observing. I take in architecture, fashion, books, even people, and I think this all contributes to how I can best express my ideas into a piece of jewelry. I am fascinated by what nature produces, all of the different formations and colors. Nature's ability to create precise structures and flawless gems is simply amazing. Even stones classified as imperfect have their own beauty, and a certain cut can give even more magic to what could have just been a rock. I source stones everywhere I go, in places I'm not always expecting or looking to find something. I also have lots of contacts in New York City, and those people are my connection to many places where the stones are mined, from Brazil, India, Afghanistan, and Russia. The Diamond District is a really fascinating and intense place. Although it's only a few square blocks, there is a secret underworld of hundreds of obscure little stores and dealers where I find incredible and unique gems. It took me time to find where these guys were. My aim is to create something striking, yet graceful. A piece of jewelry that can be worn today, but also for generations to come. And at the end of the day, it will be the creative process I enjoy and take pride in most.